What? So early today? How did you get here that fast?
You know that main road that's leading right up to your house? Mm-hmm. I took the U-turn. I know, it's illegal, but I'm here.
Well, let's get started. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
It's kind of a special occasion today because we rarely get a chance to see a Kannada movie in high quality. That's the reason why we've only reviewed 2 movies up to now, which were Gori Bana Sadarana Mikatu and Titi. So we were more than happy to see that U-Turn was available on Netflix here in Austria.
U-Turn is a 2016 Kannada language mystery thriller that was written, produced and directed by Pawan Kumar. It stars Shraddha Srinath as Rachna, Roger Narayan as Sub-Inspector Nayak, Radhika Chetan as Maya, Dilip Raj as Aditya and Skanda Ashok as Ritesh.
How do you do it?
I don't know, but that one was hard.
Anyway, U-Turn is all about mysterious events that occur around a double road flyover in Bangalore, where people move the concrete roadblocks that separate the driving lanes to make a U-turn. And those mysterious events are being investigated by an unconventional team, Rachana and Nayak.
The movie is based on real events, because people really are constantly moving those concrete blocks away without putting them back, and that of course leads to all kinds of accidents. And we can see actual footage of that, of people taking a U-turn at the end of the movie, and it's terrifying.
Well, terrifying is something though that this movie is not really, but from time to time it's very gloomy and grim.
I think besides the great acting by Shraddha Srinath, the atmosphere is the best thing about U-Turn. It is raining almost all the time, and it's not some drizzle rain, it pours. And that's a neat little effect or trick to make this whole investigation more atmospheric and more intense.
Yeah, it might be a neat little trick, but they couldn't trick me with it.
Haha.
Yeah, I know, cheap joke. But seriously, the atmosphere couldn't hide the fact that the plot is too thin and sluggish. For a while I was quite intrigued, and around the 30-minute mark or so, the movie really kept increasing the tension. Strange things were happening and our heroine Rachana got herself mixed up in it without really knowing. Everything is happening at night, like you said, there's constant rain, thunder and lightning going on, but I felt after all of that the movie isn't really able to build on it.
What do you mean?
Well, I think U-Turn's biggest flaw is that our protagonist Rachana is pretty safe. Of course she's involved in the story, but once we realize that people who are taking that U-Turn will be threatened, it's rather obvious that she won't be one of them because she doesn't take it.
Well, doesn't she?
Mild spoiler, not until very late into the movie, and I think because of that the stakes felt really low.
I understand your point, and I have to agree with it. And the people who are threatened aren't really known to us, so we don't care that much. Rachna is totally safe for the longest time, and Nayak also has nothing to fear, really.
The crime/mystery investigation is fun at times, but it's also nothing that we haven't seen before. Quite the opposite. We've seen too much stuff like that. The character has a lead and goes to a library, strange things happen, some creepy old guy hangs around somewhere. It's not boring, but it's dragging a bit. It actually felt more like an episode of a mystery TV show. A well-made one at that. But still.
We don't want to bash the movie too much, and there are a few cool scenes for sure. We have the one in the jail, where the 2 criminals are fighting each other and the cops can't get into the cell.
Yeah, that one was alright, perhaps a bit clumsy, but at least there was some pressure. Something to root for, even if it is just within the space of this one scene.
And there is also a very cool dream sequence later on.
Yeah, you're right. Once we learn why those mysterious things are happening, we are treated with some nice surreal moments. Without spoiling too much, the film reminded me a little bit of The Ring.
I can see that. When we slowly approach the end, the suspense is getting a bit higher and the movie gives you a good runaround.
That is true. We were both recounting everything that happened and tried to find out who the culprit is. I have to give the movie that. I think it's also a neat and fresh idea for a horror film and something that can have a strong message as well, even though it became rather obvious where it might head from a certain point onwards. There aren't that many possibilities, and again, maybe we've seen too much stuff like that already.
That might be true. I give you that the idea was neat and the technical aspects of the film are fine as well, but it never crosses the line of becoming something special.
Yes, for that the movie should have been tighter, more intense, and the characters, apart from Rachana, needed more to do. Another minor issue for me was the relationship between Rachana and her co-worker Aditya. I didn't feel much chemistry between them and the romance felt kind of underwritten.
I felt so too, and regarding how much we've seen the whole film through the perspective of Rachna, the very end felt like a little betrayal to that. I don't want to spoil it, but her own experience got totally sidelined and it felt really weird.
It really did.
But all things considered, U-Turn is still an okay movie and it definitely was a success for the Kannada cinema and director Pawan Kumar because it was remade in Malayalam in 2017 and in Tamil and Telugu in 2018. The latter was actually directed by Pawan Kumar himself, and there is also rumor of a potential Hindi remake in the future which will also be directed by Pawan Kumar.
So, enjoying, we'd say?
U-Turn ist ein annehmbarer Mystery-Thriller, der vor allem mit seiner ordentlichen Atmosphäre und der Leistung von Shraddha Srinath punkten kann. Ansonsten bietet uns Pawan Kumar hier leider nicht viel Neues und vor allem wenig wirklich Spannendes.
I give U-Turn 6 out of 10. It's more like 6.2, but I don't do that.
For me, it's also 6 out of 10. It's more like 6.3, but I don't do that either.
So that's our review for the Kannada movie U-Turn. And today's question, which movies do you recommend from Kannada cinema?
But leave off Lucia by Pawan Kumar, we already have it on our list.
Until then, you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at The Jimmy Cage.
And you can hit me up simply at the Buddymeister.
And you know the drill, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.
Totaler Unsinn.